What is the best fake claim as a jester? What does it even mean to be a jester? To answer these questions, we are going to have to delve deep inside the human psyche, into the place where rational decisions are made, claims are born, claims make decisions, whether they're going to lynch you or whether they're going to lynch you to find out, we need to find out possibly can about death. Hello? I've gone too far. Hi guys, my name's Medi and welcome to a very special episode of Town of Salem. And I have a confession to make. I suck at Jester. I'm really bad at it. I never know what to claim and I either live till the end of the game or I get killed by the Mafia after 2 nights because they think I'm a townie. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use ranked practice. We are going to play as many Jester games as I can fit into this episode so that we can find out which Jester claim is the best. Let's do this. So this was the very first game I got and I decided to claim Lookout day 1. I said I was watching Uvi and I told townies to visit them because that is exactly what I would do as an actual lookout. Now Uvi claimed spy, so that was good for us. I put that in the wheel and then nothing else really happened this night. It wasn't the most exciting time. Someone else talked, I think confirmed Mafia said they were confirmed Mafia. We got role blocked. So that's perfect for us as Jester because it means we didn't have to come up with any results. I whispered to Uvi straight away to let him know what's going on. The vigilante also dies, which is excellent. So I say, I was role blocked, hi consort, and then the spy replies to me to say that actually Mafia didn't visit me at all. So without letting them know who was spy, I just say, spy says I wasn't visited by Mafia, in which case, fuck you Escort. Dr. Pepper's asking where's the spy will. Cotton's asking if anyone's blackmailed. They're all slightly curious about who the spy could be. It would be semi-obvious from the whispers, but that's about all that happens that day. So for the next night, I put that I was going to watch Uvi again. I don't plan on having any visits, but it's good enough. No one else has any information at this time. Now, day 3 comes along. Little Pump and Cotton Mother are both dead. Turns out Little Pump was the jailer. Now this is a perfect time to make a play because we've got both town killings down. If they want to hang us, the only way they're going to be able to do it is, by lynching. So what I say is E and Samuel Paris are the GF and Mafioso respectively. I have a really good reason for this actually. There's no kills on night 1 by the Mafia. One of those guys was in jail with a dodgy Vig claim, now the vigilante's dead. And the other guy was role blocked. However, rather than providing that explanation, I just say, I'm allowed gut feelings. It's just an opinion, guys. And luckily, that gets us voted up. I then claim Lookout. I say, I'm probably right here, but I do not post a will, because obviously that would be a bit too towny looking. And then wait and see what happens, and we get guilty. So, not loads of guilties, but we do get 2 guilties, 1 innocent. I say bye Sam. I'm going to take out Sam Paris and try and help out town since they got me lynched. And that was our first Jester game. So how did we do? How did that stack up? Well, we've got a few questions here. First question, did we get lynched? Yes, we did. Did we get voted up? Yes, and very fast. I strongly recommend saying it's just an opinion, guys. Like that is excellent Jester work there. And did we get many guilties? No. So overall, I feel like the Lookout claim is a reasonable claim for a Jester. It's quite a hard role to prove, so you are likely to be suspicious when you don't have any results. However, I feel like we came off a bit too towny this game, and I'm going to give this role a 7 out of 10. Second game now, and I'm going to claim Vigilante for this game. If nothing else, guys, I can tell you Vigilante is such a boring role to claim as Jester. Oh my god, I was bored this game. And it's a long one, so you guys have to strap in. Day 1, nothing much happened. Marrow whispered to me saying hello, so I just whispered back saying, well, fuck, because I wanted to act like I didn't want to be found. Then I randomly whispered to Soviet Jesus day 2 and say, you're totally Mafia, it's cool. I'm just trying to get him to call me out for acting suspiciously, basically. 2 Mafias suicide and 2 townies also die that night, which is pretty bad. Everyone else is talking, sharing information. I jump on that. I'm like, please report these, Mafia. It's so not fair. Report them, please. Sad face. I'm trying to get called out for trying to, act like my Mafia just left the game, but nothing happens and nobody gets voted that day. Next day comes, QWERTY has died. He was killed by the Mafia. Found a one next to their body. It's pretty clear at this point there's an arsonist as the neutral killing. So as soon as the vigilante dies, I jump on it. I say, I'm claiming random town. Petch also claims random town. And Sam Paris claims random town too. This is looking good. He claims random town TP. I tell Petch that I'm going to shoot Sam tonight. I'm trying to get the other vigilante not to shoot me because I'm worried that's what they are and I don't want to die. So I'll put shooting Sam in my will. At the same time, Morka leaves the game. I don't know why. They weren't dead, but this is just kind of a game of levers, I guess. Soviet Jesus dies, killed by Mafia. I actually thought he was Mafia after I whispered him that, but he was the jailer, so I'm amazed we didn't get jailed. Also, he jailed Sam Paris, the guy I said I was going to shoot on the night he died. I'd say he's immune, but that makes sense because he was jailed. Sam, even though he knew he was jailed and wasn't attacked, he doesn't call me out on it. And he doesn't say, guys, I wasn't attacked, she's lying. So, unfortunately, we end up looking super confirmed. I'm suspicious of Mara at that point. He claims town support. We know there's a transporter in game, so I assume that's what he is. And I kind of let him be for now. And that's all the leads I've got. Next day, Tupac is dead. Killed by a member of the Mafia again. And this guy is the transporter. At this point, I'm pretty sure Maro is evil. So I whisper to him and say, did you enjoy killing the transporter? Pesh is saying we have to shoot tonight or we lose. They're claiming vigilante, and I kind of believe them. Luckily, they haven't shot us so far. Pesh tells me they're going to shoot Matthew, who hasn't been very talkative. And I tell Pesh, I'm going to shoot 6 tonight. So that's our night. I'm kind of looking much more like a vigilante than I wanted to. I'm also in constant fear that Mafia trust me and I'm going to die because they think I'm town. But the next day comes along and the arsonist has ignited. Pesh is confirmed vigilante. They shot Matthew, but Matthew was the sheriff. So I'm thinking, awesome, vigilante's going to die. We can't possibly get attacked. So I whisper to Samuel Paris, the random town bodyguard claim, and I tell him I'm Jester because at this point I'm positive he is the arsonist and I want to try and get on his good side. Next thing that happens, Luigi is saying Cyclops is Vigi according to Matthew, and Petch is saying I'm dying of guilt tomorrow. So I'm getting on side with the guy I think is arsonist, trying to let him know I'm Jester. Tomorrow I'm hoping he's going to vote me up and it's going to be Jester, Town and arsonist, and he can try and make me look like the evil one. But Pesh didn't die. Matthew was a disguiser and she shot him. Jabaro was the real sheriff. And she said she shot Luigi last night and he was the immune one. So I've whispered to the bodyguard rather than the arsonist. I then tell the actual arsonist that I'm Jester, but it's kind of screwed myself over at this point. The only person that doesn't know that I'm Jester is Pesh. So that's the only person who could potentially guilty me. And I'm just thinking, this doesn't work. This is stupid. How am I still alive? The next day, Sam Harris dies by an arsonist. He is indeed the bodyguard. And I start acting like I'm trying to make Luigi look like the arsonist in a reverse psychology play. But Petch already knows that Luigi's immune, so that's not going to work. Luckily, they decided to give me the pity win. I really didn't want it. I think I said at some point, I was like, I don't want your pity, guys. But they were like, it's fine, vote up the Jester. It's 1v1v1. We might as well give him a guilty. And then Petch cancels their vote. The arsonist is the only person that guilties me and town wins. So that was our vigilante game. Now, to answer the same questions, did we get voted up? I mean, yes, technically. Did we get lynched? Yes, technically. Did we get guilties? I mean, we got 1, so no. But it was a pity win, and that renders everything null and void. If you ask my opinion, vigilante is far too complicated a claim to make as Jester. I'm going to give it 3 out of 10. I thought it was about time to try a town support role, so for this game I claimed medium right off the bat, which is what I would do as medium as well. I'm jailed night 1, and I tell the jailer, I'm medium, I just said, but hi. And he says, why did you claim first day? It makes me very suspicious of you. I forget this is ranked practice, not ranked, so claiming early is not necessarily the done thing. But we get out of jail, and I was transported twice. Maro died on the first night. He was one of the transporters that tried to move us, and had that gone through, we would have been the one that died. However, we on, and I said, somebody tried to transport me in jail because there's nothing like being Captain Obvious. I then let them know there's 2 transporters in game. This is great. I'm trying to claim second random town here. And everyone else is saying, I say we panic hang Lola. You're talking too much. Lola, you're suspicious. You're not medium. And I do manage to get quite a few votes on me day 2, which is great. But then, dragged off to jail again. I'm thinking, shit, this is it. I am so dead. However, it turns out the jailer accidentally clicked my name, so I just pass off being medium, try and say things that I think the dead guy might be saying in dead chat. And as the next day rolls around, Forever Alone left the game. He died. He claims Escort. In actual fact, this guy was a consort and he role-blocked the devil when he died to Werewolf. Then the next person that dies is an investigator, and if I remember this game, the sheriff also dies. So that's the devil, the person that was role-blocked by the consort, which pretty much confirms that he isn't the werewolf, although that claim would have definitely got him hung. So I say, I'm real, I was just jailed again. Do you think the consort role-blocked the werewolf and Kiss Me starts pushing to hang me? I call him mean, because why not? And someone asks what Consort does. I say they're like Escort. Everyone's sort of voting on me. I go, why me? Sad face. And the mayor reveals. Now we're claiming the last random town, and Wieners is the last person that votes us up. On the stand, I don't present a will or anything. I just say, Barrow thinks I'm not real because I was jailed. I'm trying to help. You're all mean. And then we managed to get guiltied with 3 guilties, including the mayor, who then leaves the game after that happens. And that was our medium win. So how did we do against the 3 questions? Did we get voted up? Yes, a lot. Did we get lynched? Absolutely, and pretty fast. Did we get many guilties? I mean, we got more than we got so far. So I am going to give this roll a strong 8 out of 10. Sticking with the town supports, our next game was Escort Claim. So again, I did it day 1. I'm trying to keep this fair by claiming as early as I possibly can, and also trying to play each fake claim as close to as I would normally, if that makes any kind of sense to you guys. Probably not. But we claimed Escort day 1. I asked for a lookout on me because I was quite worried the serial killer would want to attack me for that. The next day rolls around and I put in my will that we role-blocked somebody who died because it looks quite suspicious and I was hoping we'd get called out on it. The lookout actually watched us that night, and then an escort died too, which is good. We're claiming random town off the bat. Then Jesus makes a better Jester play than I could ever do in my life by talking gibberish and saying, God, killer. He killed everybody. He created me. After killed, he killer. And like, I can't help it. Even I vote this guy up. I'm just like, what? No, stop it. If I was Mafia and this guy was Mafia, you bet your ass I'd vote him up too. In hindsight, voting him up was probably quite a towny thing to do, and that might have hurt us. So Jesus gets voted up. He says, I'm lookout. I was disguiser. No, please. People think he's Jester, and he still gets guiltied with 3 guilties. One of them is admittedly me, because I know he can't be Jester. And everyone else is saying, got him. That guy just game through. Straight game through. How depressing. And so I'm thinking about who am I going to claim to have role blocked? And I look at people that haven't voted up as well, because these are my likely allies as Mafia. I write myself a note to say 5, 10 and 11 are all suspicious, because these were the guys that didn't vote up. And Hibbins, obviously Jailer had the same idea, was executed, but this was an escort. So I whisper to 5 instead, and I say, hi, I assume you're Mafia. And it turns out Anne Hibbins, as Escort, is the first random town. Now we're claiming second random town Escort. Jesus is also going to come out and say, I'm Escort too. I think someone else at some point claims Medium, which is Rip. And then How Are You claims Escort as well. So this is chaos. I'm surprised I'm not the one getting voted, but Rip was getting voted. I didn't try and vote that guy up. I'm fairly sure he was evil. However, the Jailer has no execute, so this is pretty good. So I put key in my will for the last 2 nights, which goes directly against what I said in town, which was that I role-blocked Rip. I was hoping someone was going to ask me for my will sooner or later. God died, killed by a member of the Mafia, and it turns out he's the veteran. And it says, Mubak, you are next. People are whispering to each other. I don't really know what to say at this point. I think this whole town has just turned more chaotic than I could ever make it as Jester. I whispered to Key, I'm hoping he's Mafia. I tried talking to Shazam and they didn't reply to me, so I'm going to try Key next, and I just want Mafia to know who I am, so they leave me alone and understand that I'm the neutral evil. Now Jesus is saying, why is Rip still alive? He is guaranteed evil. I don't vote him. He doesn't get up. Nothing else really happens, and I'm kind of worried. I'm like, well, the Jailer has no executes, the veteran is dead. My biggest worry at this point in time is that the neutral killing doesn't realise who we are, or this happens and we get killed by Mafia after whispering to 2 of them. And yes, they were Mafia. We whispered to 2 of them, to try and get in touch, and neither of them replied, and then they wasted a night killing us. So, shaking my head, Mafia. That was the game. How did we do as our escort claim? Did we get voted up? No, not even a little bit. Did we get lynched? Not at all. Did we get any guilties? My questions are stupid when this doesn't happen. Basically, based on this game alone, Escort sucks as a claim. However, I think this game was kind of an exception to the rule rather than a rule. If I was going to rate Escort, I would give it 5 out of 10. Game number 5, and I decided it was time for a ballsy play. So I went for the mayor tactic, and I said, I'm mayor. I'll reveal when we need it. I was expecting to be jailed, but it didn't happen. So I start putting a roll list in my will. Nobody else talked day 1. You would assume the TP would be on me, but no. I will warn you guys in advance, this game was interesting. It was definitely interesting, and it had a bit of a twist at the end. Quiet was the first person to die. They were sheriff. Everyone else is talking. Pod claims attacked and healed, and Mario claims he is the veteran. So I basically say, well, Mafia killed, and we have a confirmed doctor, so I'm not going to reveal for now as mayor. It also means that Mario's confirmed veteran and Pod's confirmed town, unless this is a super smart play by the Mafia, which I didn't think it was. So I kind of look back at the chat, see what's going on. Nobody's trying to call me out for not revealing at this stage, which isn't great. I'm more worried about the Mafia attacking me instead. But I put that we've got a confirmed TI and veteran, and then I tell them just in case, if you're both Mafia, I can respect that play. Then somebody gets clean, so there's a janitor in game. And the mafioso dies to jailer as well. Not a good night for evils, but they do get that clean. Unfortunately, Pod, the TI, has found I love you as medium janitor retry. I'm claiming mayor, so I kind of say I'm the TS in a half-hearted sort of way. It also turns out that the veteran claim has been blackmailed. I'm not sure why you'd blackmail that guy, but fair enough. And I love you gets voted up, says this is boring, kill me, PS, Strawberry and Nightwatch are Mafia. And they get guiltied, 6 guilties, pretty powerful. Thanks, but they are actually the janitor. This was pretty obvious. So it's not looking great. There's a confirmed blackmailer and a confirmed godfather left in the game. We don't quite know what neutral killing is, but nothing happens to us that evening. It's really boring. As mayor, obviously, I couldn't have any night abilities, so my will doesn't really have anything in it apart from claims. Then, Pod investigates us, finds out we're frame of Amp Jester. Mario reminds everyone he was blackmailed, and we were kind of revealed. At the same time, Fyra comes out as spy, which is pretty suspicious for them. Pod apologises to me, saying if it's Medi, I'm sorry. Honestly, I didn't mind. It was good. We got found out. We got checked. This kind of thing will happen if there's an investigator in game. And there was no way that we could be anything but Jester with those results and a confirmed blackmailer. So this is the way the cookie crumbles sometimes. It's probably why you want to try and go for a fast lynch rather than a slow, drawn-out one, like this ended up being. Pod gets killed. That's even worse for us. Now they're confirmed investigator. We are confirmed Jester. And they're saying there's 2 Mafia members, 2 neutrals. Fyra is blackmailer. We have a voting majority. We can kill them today. Use your damn day abilities. And Burkhand still, for the first time, going, there might not be a mayor. There's definitely not a mayor. I couldn't be less of a mayor in my life. So Fyra is saying, GG, Strawberry, my fellow Mafia. I think, do I guilty? No, I innocent. I'm like, I really want to see. I totally believed him. What's wrong with you? Of course he was blackmailer. At this point, I just go all out warfare. I go, there's 1 Mafia left. There's me. I'm going to do absolutely everything I can to jest and distract and annoy people and get in their face, so much so they'd rather kill me than the last Mafia. So the first thing I say, after claiming mayor already, I say, I roll-blocked 8. I think he's the godfather. He says he was never roll-blocked. And then I say, Aqua's totally evil. And the lookout claim is totally legit. There's 3 blackmailers in the game. I'm Escort. It's very important. And obviously, I'm talking so much nonsense. Nobody gets voted. It's not a bad way to play Jester if you're really desperate. And the jailer was already dead and we had a veteran, so I didn't mind doing it. I was trying to give the Mafia time to whittle the numbers down so we could do whatever we had to do to win. Now, Spartak died. He was killed by the Mafia. He was a doctor. Not a bad target to get out. And then I just carry on with what I was saying before. I roll-blocked Mario. He can't be vet or live alerted. Sheriff is totally credible. Stop leading the town to ruin. Town still has majority. Vet is a solid arso claim. I'm just gibberish, basically. I saw it work so well last game. I thought, I'll try this. I'll see how this goes. Then I whisper to Birkenstell, say, okay, I may be Jester, but this is actually Town, sadly. I innocent him, no one else guilties, which is pretty weird. And then Marrow gets voted up somehow. Town votes up the veteran. I don't know how this happens. It was pretty funny. But does he get guiltied? Let's find out. No, he gets innocented off the stand by Aqua and Birkenstell. The next person that gets up is Parva. And he says, give Math and Arso the win. Fuck this town. And I'm just spamming as best as I can. I'm trying to go through a whole day of innocence. This guy gets guiltied, unfortunately. Idioties, he says. And he is, in actual fact, werewolf, which sucks. So now it literally is me and the Godfather left to try and win it together. And now we're in a 2v2 situation. Everybody knows who everyone else is. There's no point hiding it anymore. I think I'd try and ask and just say, you know, does someone want to give me a win? I tell the transporter, I'm the Godfather. I wouldn't bother moving me. I can't kill myself. I want them to try and leave me alone and get the Godfather killed instead. I'm making a play here. I have no idea if it's going to work. I don't even know if the Mafia is going to attack. The next day, when it rolls over, I get killed by Mafia. And that was our Mayor game. So how do we do against the 3 questions? Did we get voted up? No. Did we get lynched? No. Did we get guilties? No. Do I feel like Mayor is a good claim? I feel like I bordered on a bit too suspicious. So I'm going to give this a 5 out of 10. What did we actually learn from our experiment today? Not a lot, to be honest. It takes a long time to get Jester with the scrolls on. The things I did learn that worked, and I don't know if this is always the case, this is just what I found, right? Talking in lower caps works. Calling people mean, that works. Pretending to be sort of a bit dumber than you actually are, that works too. Trying to provide Town with misinformation, hell, that works as Mafia. I tried not claiming at all for around 3 games, and I got killed by Mafia in 2 of them. I feel like that is one way to play it. You cannot claim a role at all, and that can work. However, you are putting yourself at a big risk of getting killed by evils, just as well as getting killed by towns. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Was it scientific? Not at all, but I had fun. I'm going to leave a poll down below in the top comment. What do you think the best fake claim as Jester is? I will see you next time.